This place is as creepy as the forest behind my house when I was a kid. Water is pouring through that hole at a tremendous rate. Just needs a little adjustment. Another broken light bridge. Okay, so maybe it needs a little more adjustment. Another. If at first you don't succeed, it still doesn't work. Another broke. If at first you don't succeed, another broken light bridge. It still doesn't work. Must. So this is what's in the guts of these machines. If at first you don't succeed, pretty impressive for someone who never took a class in alien physics. Another. It still doesn't work. This is a pretty elaborate setup for a burial crypt. Something about this old relic must have been important. Now we've got some decent lighting. This is a pretty elaborate setup for a burial crypt. Something about this old relic must have been. This stone is some sort of trigger. This is a pretty elaborate setup for a burial crypt. Something about this old relic must have been important. This is a pretty elaborate setup for a burial crypt. Something about this old relic must have been. This is a pretty elaborate setup for a burial crypt. Something about this old relic must have been important. It's jammed. I can't get it out. Now we've got some decent lighting. There's a signal here, but I'm not getting a clear reading. It doesn't point in any direction. This is a... It's the lens I uncovered. The larger moon is being eclipsed by the smaller one. This is a pretty elaborate setup for a burial crypt. Something about this old relic must have been important. This is a pretty elaborate setup for a burial crypt. Something about this old relic must have been important. This is a pretty elaborate setup for a burial crypt. This is a pretty elaborate setup for a burial crypt. This is a pretty elaborate setup for a burial crypt. Something about this old relic must have been important. This is a pretty It's the lens I uncovered. The larger moon is being... brink. What's the project you're working on here?
You're not a scientist. There's no way you could understand it.
Oh, I get it. I can figure out alien technologies, turn the power on, work the tram system, adjust the light bridge lenses, repair broken door control panels, and even resurrect one dead scientist. But no, I'd never understand your work.
I know you mean well, Commander Lowe, but I'm not working at the level of ordinary human beings right now.
Thanks. This looks like some pretty badly deteriorated machinery. Robbins, this is Lowe. Do you read?
Robin's here. I read you.
How are you doing with your data retrieval?
I'm retrieving. I'm just not understanding.
But you're pretty sure it's their language.
I don't know. Just like the museum you found, I think this library was meant to be used by lots of different species. I think this language may have been especially designed to be easy to translate.
If it's easy, why is it taking so long?
It's easy compared to translating a genuinely alien language that you've never heard spoken aloud. Give me a break, Boston. I think I've got a handle on a couple of the symbols, but I have to test it out and see if it makes sense.
I'm thinking that maybe we should consider teaming up again.
Why? I think the answer to getting home is here in these displays. You go out and explore like you have been, and I'll work at getting us home. When I figure it out, I'll take you with me. No charge.
Thanks. Amazing map system. You don't even have to refold it when you're done. These seem to serve the same function, but they don't seem to fit together. So there is more to that crypt than I first thought. Now that I know what I'm looking for, maybe I can get this slab out of the way. Oh, now suddenly we've got guard dogs. Where did he come from, anyway? Look, it's the ugly twins. That worked out rather well. The door evaporated when the engraving touched the slot. This is the engraving we found in the shipwreck. The one the first ghost gave us. This must be where the ghost wanted us to come all along. below the tomb, past some pretty ugly guards. A dead alien sealed inside a crystal pyramid.
Sounds like they went to a lot of trouble to hide it.
Must have been important to him. A king or something.
Or it terrified them. Remember, this is the land of the life crystals. Dead doesn't necessarily mean dead dead. Maybe they were trying to keep it from being found and revived.
But this is where the ghost wanted us to go. The key to the last door was the key that the first ghost showed us, back in the ruined spaceship.
Still, you don't have a key to the pyramid, right? Besides, how do you know the ghost is our friend? Brink died by digging where the ghost pointed.
I hate not having enough information.
I'm working as fast as I can to get this stuff translated. I'm so close I can taste it.
Fine, keep working. Call me if you think of anything helpful. He's very tall. Or I'm very short. I wish I didn't keep thinking of the term bite size. Please be friendly. I hope you're friendly. I'm certainly friendly. Let's all be friends.
Laham Chianak Trestelum, Kalatisia Nea Eklash Park.
How does it feel to be alive again after all these years? I can't believe I said something so lame.
Kalatisia Nea
Well, hey, thanks. It's been great talking to you. So long. You can go back to sleep now or whatever.
Ihr Klassik Star.
I'd better tell Maggie about this. Maggie. Come in, Maggie.
Yes? What?
Maggie, you won't believe what just happened.
Boston, I think I've got it. I've got the language. I can read this stuff now.
Can you speak it? Because I've got this.
But take this inscription here. I'm pretty sure it's talking about...
Maggie?
My mind must be playing tricks on me.
What were you saying about...
What are you? What do you want?
What's happening? What's going on?
Boston! Brink! Anybody!
Maggie! Brink! Come in, wherever you are, we need you. Something's happened to Maggie. Damn. She's gone. Not a trace. Not a sign of struggle. Nothing. Maggie! Is that you? Are you all right?
Oh.
How could you be all right bound up in that web like that? Robbins. Never mind.
Boston, where are you going? I'm over here. Bring help.
Robbins. Brink's still running around loose in the world.
Well, maybe you should go find him. The way it's going, it might take both of you to get me out of here.
Thanks. Come on, guys. Let's get a look at you.
No! Go away! You thief! Give those back!
I will, Brink. After you help me find Maggie.
I'm not going to waste one moment on such a meaningless task.
Yes, you will, Brink. If you ever want these life crystals back.
You're a miserable bully, Lo. Typical military mind. Pushing other people around.
Right. So follow me and do as you're told. Is that rational enough for you? It looks like a grate sealing something off. Robbins. Maggie, I'll try to think of something to free you.
Don't take too long. I think that thing likes me.
Thanks. Drink. How's Maggie holding up?
She's fine, Commander, for being tied up in a web.
Unless we want to end up where Maggie is, we've got to get by this thing.
The obvious plan is for one of us to distract him while the other one slips by.
Maybe you are thinking better, Brink. You want to sneak or distract?
I'll be the diversion. Come here, you phlegm, carapace, slime-faced, mucus-brained, furry-legged abductor of luminously intelligent but pulchritudinous earthwomen. Lo, you idiot! Why are you standing there?
I'm still trying to figure out what you said.
Move your silly buttocks, you fool!
Boston, where are you going? I'm over here. Don't leave me.
At this point, I'm ready to try any damn thing.
Where were you? This monster has me trapped.
Boston, where have you been?
I've diverted some of the water from the falls. I thought some of it might flow through here and wash the monster away.
Well, instead, the monster's got Brink trapped up there, and I'm still stuck down here.
Brink. How's Maggie holding up?
She's fine for being tied up in a web.
There's a grate down by Maggie. If you can lure the monster over toward it, then when Maggie unclogs the grate, the water I diverted will hit it like a fire hose.
This is seriously your plan?
Do you have a better one?
Maggie, can you get the grate open?
Has anybody thought of the fact that if it does spout water like a fire hose, I'm right here?
That's a good point, Maggie. Hold on tight.
How do I hold on tight when I'm unclogging a grate?
That's why you get the big bucks.
Do it then. Just do it. It's only my life anyway.
Come on, you ponderous exoskeleton. You cocoon-eating lobster face, cave-dwelling arthropoidal elementary sphincter muscle.
Maggie, you made it.
How's my hair?
You're worried about your...
I was joking, Boston. You know, like you strong, manly types do when you just about get killed.
Maggie's safe now. I satisfied our little deal. So give me my crystals and let me get back to work.
Brink, it's time for us to work together on...
I said give them to me! Take one more step closer, Maggie, and you'll wish you were back with that giant lobster.
He sure is weird.
Now what?
I've been getting the feeling that the ghosts want us to help them. As if they were stuck and wanted out.
Stuck how?
Well, the library console seemed to indicate that they may have left this world for another. What if they want to come back, but can't?
I don't know. How will we go about helping? Assuming that's what they want, and they wouldn't eat us when they got back.
Beats me. I'm just interpreting.
Maybe I should take one more life crystal. Robbins. Never mind. Robbins. Never mind. Now that you can read the library inscriptions, can you make any sense out of this? What does it say?
It seems to be talking about an important thing, I don't know what, that was hidden
Any hints about where?
on the other side of the hole, so that none may enter. Then it tells how to, pull back this part of entrance, whatever that means. It's pretty vague.
There are some things that man was not meant to understand.
Yeah, but this one even woman is having a hard time with.
Can you look at this inscription, Maggie? Does it say anything that might help?
Boston. It exactly describes that strange field of almost light.
What does it say?
It's a set of instructions. Now it makes perfect sense. I just twist this.
Everything's so simple when you read the directions.
If we didn't know better, we'd think that island had been there for a million years.
This island was brought back from another dimension. This island was brought back from another dimension. What was so important that they left us exact instructions on how to get here?
Maybe that metal plate over there.
That's the fourth one. If it's like the metal plates on Attila, these four should fit together in that triangle matrix.
Yes, but there's no guarantee that putting them together will take us anywhere we want to go.
You have the most cheerful thoughts, Ms. Robbins.
If you had been abducted by a monster and then half drowned, you might be pessimistic too.
But you lived, didn't you? And your hair looks terrific again.
You sure know how to make a girl feel good.
We'd better go find Brink again, in case these metal plates do the job.
He threatened to kill me the last time I saw him. Maybe it would be safer if we leave him and send an expedition back to get him later. An armed expedition.
There's no guarantee we'll ever get back. For all we know, this is a one-way trip.
You're right. We can't leave him. He scares me, Boston. Worse than the monster.
They're both just hungry for something.
But Brink is smarter, more dangerous.
We're smart too. Let's go. That was a powerful one.
Commander Low! Can you hear me?
Brink, we're looking for you. We've got the last of the metal plates and we...
Listen to me, Commander. I'm trapped. I need your help.
Where are you?
It's near one of the light bridges. An arched bridge over a waterfall, and then into a crevice in the rock. You must have been there. You're the one who's been turning on all the light bridges, aren't you?
Hold tight, we're on our way.
Hold tight! Very funny.
You've just got your hand jammed in the rock? I thought you were in real trouble, Brink.
When would it be real trouble, Commander? When it's your hand?
I don't go sticking my hand in the cracks.
I was reaching for a life crystal, and then the rock shifted. My circulation is cut off. No blood is getting to my hand. You can't pull me out, Commander. Don't leave me to die here, even if you have to cut off my hand.
Don't be so dramatic, Brink. Nobody's going to cut off your hand.
Don't make promises you might not be able to keep, Maggie.
Are you serious? He's just got a stuck hand.
It's a race to see whether gangrene kills him before he dies of thirst or starvation.
You'd cut it off.
Of course he would. The military trains you to recognize necessity and do it.
It would be easier if I had anything to cut it with.
Chew it off then!
Oh, I would, Brink. But human teeth can't bite through bone.
After all that's happened to us, this may be the most horrible.
Do something, Commander! Do it now!